welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. Here's Kareth White on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Falcons nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Falcon ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
2nd and 5. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Gun now on 3rd down. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
21 yards.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. They'll set up a throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended for,
but instead third down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards. So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Jones pass.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brings up third and 5.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants!
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano out to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Giants
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Tyler Davis.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll come out in the pistol. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Mark 20, Mark 20, Mark 20.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And
when you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 13. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jannard Avery in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Third down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to launch and got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Jared Cook.
A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 68 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Giants' 29-yard line.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
3rd down.
Let's go. 60 bison, 60 bison. Baby.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Falcons.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Big stop. Let's check. Launch 49. Dragon 60. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Now the ball comes loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And brought in by the tight end Cook. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Ready? Panther 11. Mike 20. Oh, you got deep? Hey, Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now he'll turn. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35.
To Calvin Ridley.
Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Check 43. Motion.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
To Todd Gurley.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, boy. 18 ready. You scared of it? 49's the mic.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Brings up
that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They run to the fullback Smith, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Julian Love picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Giants 42.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 45 yards on the ground. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Saquon Barkley.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 6 yards.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Jones. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Giants 49, Falcons nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And some room to roam now. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Gets through and now an opening. Schwab, there he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time. That'll bring up second down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He's going to loft one deep left. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one down.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Giants 63. Falcons nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. The 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, They're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4.
From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
Today's final score.
So a victory here for